Hey guys, it's Marquita from At Home with Quita. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm actually going to be taking you to work with me. So I'm going to give you a little glimpse inside of what I do on my work days. For those of you who don't know, I actually am a former Etsy shop owner who has now opened up her own store on Shopify. So I'm just going to give you a sneak peek into what I do in terms of how I fulfill my orders and just give you kind of like a day in the life. The name of my shop is the Party Girl Studio. We provide party goods for all types of occasions. So today I'm actually going to be focusing on our photo booth props. I'm going to show you the entire process from beginning to boxing up an order. So this is my studio. It works pretty well for me. In this particular room in my house, there's a lot of natural light and I love natural light. So I love coming down here, opening the blinds and just kind of letting it all in and then just trying to figure out what I need to do for the day, and then it just gets started. So I'm just checking Shopify right now to see what orders I need to fulfill. Then I'll jot it down in my planner on my list so that way I can check it off when I'm done. I'm working on an order for a customer. She ordered a Fiesta set and then she also ordered some separate custom signs. So this is all going to one person. I have all my files already designed, so I'm going to just open it up right now in Silhouette Studio so I can see what paper I need. So now I'm just picking out all the colors that I need. I like to kind of pick that all out in advance for each order that I have to do for the day, and then that way I'm well prepared. Just grabbing my mats here from my drawer. I try to keep things pretty organized so everything's kind of right at my fingertips. So I'm starting by adding all the paper individually to each mat. So that way when I insert them into the machine, it goes pretty quick because I'm already prepared to have everything on the mat. All I'm doing is just grabbing a mat, loading it into the machine, and just repeating that until I'm done. So now we're ready to start cutting. I'll go back into the Silhouette software and then I just load it in the space on the Silhouette software mat, and then I'll drag over the file that I'm trying to cut, and then I'll hit the start button and let those machines do the work. So here's an up close of how they look when they're cutting. They're pretty fast. They work really well. I think in total I have maybe about 10 to 12 machines. So I'm a little bit obsessed, but the more the merrier, right? I have a lot of them because I have a lot of orders that come in, and the more that I have, the quicker I'll be. Next step in this process is for me to go ahead and pull everything off of the mats one by one. So I just go through each mat with my little pokey tool. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I call it a pokey tool. And I just pull each item off the mat and then I stack the mats up. I like to put the sticky sides facing each other so they don't lose that adhesive and they last a little bit longer. I'm a little bit of a stickler when it comes to wastage. You know, paper is not all that expensive, but I like to keep the scraps so I can cut little pieces on the machine. There's sometimes where it's just like a heart or a circle or just a lip or something really small that I need to cut. So I just go ahead and pull out my scrap and I can cut whatever that little piece is that I need to cut. I'm gonna start by mating everything front to back. So this is probably my favorite part. I love the assembling part. I just feel more creative when I'm putting something together. And I've gotten pretty quick too. It used to take me a while to assemble an order. Now I can assemble even one of our biggest sets probably in about 20 to 25 minutes sometimes. If it's a smaller order, then I can do it in like 10 to 15 minutes. What really takes the longest sometimes is just those little knick-knack pieces, the little embellishments here and there. That's kind of what makes it take the longest. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. Once I'm done, I just clean off the little extra glue strands and just make sure it looks presentable. So this is the finished product. This is actually one of my favorite sets. It's really cute. So now that this part of the order is completed, I'm just going to wrap it in some tissue paper, add my thank you card to the top, and then I'll set it to the side until the next part of the order is done. So the second part of this order are some custom signs that look like these. These are actually our wedding signs, but I gotta change the wording up because they want some custom wording. So again, I'm going into the Silhouette software. I'm opening up the custom file. I actually have two files, one that has the standard wording and then one has wording that I can change. So I'm just gonna go ahead and type over the wording that I use for another event to the wording that they want, which I pasted right here on the left-hand side. I thought this wording was so cute. It actually goes along with the whole fiesta theme, so the customer was really creative in choosing the wording she wanted for these signs. Like I said, I have actually two orders that are going to the same person. I have several other orders I have to do today, but I'm only going to film two because I think the filming process is kind of holding me up, and I need to get through with these orders today because they got to go out today. So I'm just going to film these two orders, which are going to go to the same person. So on a good day, these signs cut perfectly the first time around, and I think this might be one of those days, but we'll see when we start taking it off the mat. Okay, so the first one was not so easy. This one probably took me the longest. For some reason, that particular machine that I ran this one through, I guess the blade was going bad or something happened to where it didn't quite cut through all the way. So I had to work a little bit harder to get all the letters out of this sign, but I'm hoping the rest of them aren't as hard. Signs are pretty fun, but they can be quite the challenge because as you can see, I have to pull them off the mat and then I have to take each letter out if it's stuck, if it doesn't actually come off on the mat like it should. And then I have to glue each of the little inserts, the inside of the letter, onto the sign. So it could be quite tedious, but they do normally turn out pretty cute. Now what I'm doing is just punching out a few embellishments on glitter cardstock using this cute little flower punch. So that's it, guys. This order is complete and ready to be shipped out. I just have a few more orders to do today and then my day is done. I may try to make this a regular thing where I kind of show you what I do day to day. Today is photo booth props. Next time it may be wooden signs, or it may be headbands, or it may be something else creative to keep you inspired. I don't do anything too exciting, but I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into my workday. I typically work probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, depending on my workload and how many orders that I have come in, and then also when the customer needs it by. But I absolutely love what I do. If you know me, you know I love crafting, I love DIY, I love anything creative. So this is the perfect job for me, and I just feel so fortunate and so blessed to have the opportunity to do what I love. Thank you guys so much for watching and for all the love and support. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you like this video and you want to see more just like it, make sure you give me a thumbs up and of course subscribe.